and let us all do we can to build a better future.
It looks like history will be repeating itself for this election cycle, especially in 2024. We're going to have two old clowns fighting over a cold bowl of soup. Biden and Trump tied in a hypothetical 2024 matchup poll. So President Joe, 30330, and former President Donald the Orange Man Trump are tied in a potential matchup in 2024, according to a new Wall Street Journal poll released Friday. The poll found that both Biden and Trump each would get 45% support from voters in a theoretical head-to-head in 2 years. Both politicians appear to be by high disapproval ratings. Of course, because now in the United States, we only get the bottom of the barrel. Hang on. 57% of voters said in the poll they have an unfavorable view of Biden, while 55% said they had an unfavorable view of Trump. So they're two pieces of crap. They're turds. That's what they are. Almost 50% of voters have unfavorable views of both leaders. That group breaks for Biden at 36%, 24% margin. However, in a sign that difference is largely anti-Trump more than pro-Biden, those voters also say by a 42%, 29% margin that they intend to vote for Republican congressional candidates later this year. A rematch of the 2020 presidential race in 2024 is a distinct possibility. I think I'll cry to myself, not on air, but I'll cry to myself if history does repeat itself and we see Trump versus Biden again. Those debates were mediocre. It was seeing two senile old men fight in an old folks' home, which is basically what Congress is in Washington, D.C. It's the old folks' home where the senile people are making decisions. If that offends people, hey, I'm sorry. But, I mean, let's say Dianne Feinstein gets reelected. She'll be 91 freaking years old. Same thing to all the other politicians. Trump, Biden, McConnell, Nancy Pelosi. All these senior citizens who have no new ideas. They have no imagination. They're mediocre at best. That's me being kind. Biden has said that he will run for a second term should he remain healthy, and Trump has repeatedly flirted with a run for re-election. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Should Trump run in 2024, polls show he would be the overwhelming favorite to win the GOP nomination, and his entry would be expected to clear the field of several would-be challengers. Biden beat Trump by about 4 percentage points in 2020, or about 7 million votes in the 2020 popular vote. The race was tight in the battle for the Electoral College votes, however. Biden won key 5 states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, and Arizona, that decided the race in his favor. In 3 of those states had flipped, Trump would have won the Electoral College. Biden defeated Trump by a little more than 10,000 votes in both Georgia and in Arizona, and 20,000 votes in Wisconsin. Republicans boost that they are situated to perform well in this year's midterms and potentially into 2044 amid grumbling over inflation, handling of the coronavirus, last year's bloody withdrawal from Afghanistan, and more, though it's unclear precisely what issues would move the needle 2 years from now. For instance, Republicans suffered setbacks in the 1982 midterm elections during Ronald Reagan's first term amid low approval ratings for the then president. Reagan bounced back 2 years later to coast the re-election by winning 49 states. The Wall Street Journal poll surveyed 1,500 registered voters from March 2nd to the 7th and has a margin of error of 2.5% percentage votes. But what does this mean in the long run for the Democratic Party as we get into the midterms? Because Joe Biden said this: Biden warns Democrats it will be a sad 2 years if Republicans take control of Congress. Now, I don't know how this midterm will play out. Whether the Republicans take control of the Senate and House, whether it's 50-50 between Democrats and Republicans, or somehow the Democrats pull a miracle and maintain their majority or get even more seats, nothing's going to fundamentally change. The corporations will be dictating how things run in this country. Biden says the next 2 years will be sad. They'll be sad. Anyways, President Biden issued a warning to his party about the possibility of Republicans taking control of Congress in the upcoming midterm elections during remarks to the Democratic National Committee members on Thursday evening. He encouraged Democrats to use the same work ethic, enthusiasm, and energy they had in the 2020 election as they seek to keep control of the House and Senate and add seats. If we don't do that, don't do that. That's what he says that. If we don't do that, don't do that, it's going to be a sad, sad 2 years. Think about Republicans if they controlled the Congress these last 2 years, the president said to members at their winter meeting in Washington, D.C. Okay, well, if we don't do that, don't do that. Joe, come on, man. Take your brain medicine. He praised Democrats' record and told them to use it when campaigning for the midterms. What record is that? We didn't do anything about student debt forgiveness. We didn't do anything about medical debt forgiveness. We don't have affordable education. We don't have Medicare for all. We don't have a UBI. We don't have Federal Jobs Guarantee Act. We're not investing into our infrastructure. We're not doing anything about climate change. We're still doing ridiculous regime change wars. The war on drugs continues on, and so on. So what do the Democrats have? Build Back Better? I mean, that bill that's effectively dead, that was only going to help out private corporations? Brilliant job, politicians. I believe we have a record to be incredibly proud of. A message that resonates: build a better America. Now we have to do the work, Biden said. Oh, now you have to do work. Even though through executive order, you can legalize cannabis, pardon student debt, and make Medicare for all happen, but I digress. Hey, I guess no one gave you the memo, but be sure to ask the Senate parliamentarian for permission, though. All right. The president listed Ukraine as an issue for Democrats to run on, of course, even though he has said that he's not going to implement a no-fly zone and that he doesn't want to have conflict with Ukraine, but somehow we're going to make Ukraine an issue to talk about. Doing what? I don't know. Okay, Biden, where are you going with this? Touting the unity of NATO and the U.S. against Russia's ongoing invasion into its neighboring country and saying that Russian President Vladimir Putin has failed to divide Democrats and Republicans. Okay, this guy's talking out of his ass. He also noted a record high price of gas and called it Putin's price hike, even though this price hike was happening long before the invasion was going on. It's criminal that these politicians want to place the blame on Russia. It's been an ongoing problem with this inflation. The president also mentioned the American Rescue Plan, which was signed into law a year ago, the vaccine rate amongst Americans, and the 6.5 jobs created in the U.S. in 2021, even though, again, inflation's rising, wages are not being increased. But okay. And he touted the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which he signed into law in November, noting that some Republicans voted for the legislation while he said that others who didn't are taking credit. Let's take a step back. This midterm is going to be a clown show, and it will be the canary in the coal mine of how 2024 will play out. What is the solution? Don't vote Democrat. Don't vote Republican. Break away from the two-party system. Get money out of politics. Support good ballot initiatives. Every Wednesday, we have the wonderful, incredible Kier McCown cover ballot initiatives on our Wednesday show. You want to know what ballot initiatives are happening in your state? Subscribe to Hard Lens Media, and Kier will tell you what ballot initiatives are going to be happening, especially for this midterm election cycle. Support infrastructure for third parties. And let's build real movements outside of Washington, D.C. Because 2024 looks like the clown show repeating itself all over again. But at this point, all presidential elections at this point are clown shows. We are going to be ending this segment here, but before we do, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that ring bell notification. Subscribe to Chicago Corner. They're going to be live tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check them out. Unfortunately, I will not be a co-host. I got some work I have to do here at the studio. Be sure to check out our Rockfin show every Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We got a brand new show on Rockfin. And be sure to support other independent media content creators. Help out our good friend Lucky Burrito. Help her build up her channel because she's trying to get onto Rockfin. Rockfin is saying no at the moment. Let's go help build solidarity. Let's make that happen. But I think it's important that we end the show, at least on a humorous note. The fight for democracy. The fight for freedom. Democracy manifest. Folks, I want you to be motivated. I want to look at the chat and just say, you guys are beautiful. Don't leave just yet, because we're not ending. I want this video to motivate you. Fight for democracy, take your judo lessons, eat some nice succulent meals, and always, always push back. Let's play that video phase. Motivate the people.
You just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there?
No, we've only got one car.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So I guess get him in the car.
One cup, look. They even
always fight back. And I just recently found out the update of that gentleman. He's now an artist. I gotta say, I gotta see how much he's selling his paintings for, because I would buy one of them. Okay, and I'd probably buy one for the studio. I hope it's not too much. But because FaZe and I were watching this, and then we decided to look up that individual. He was accused of a crime that he didn't do. They accused him of being some sort of thief or art thief or something like that.
I don't know. Like he was on a most wanted.
Yeah, they accused him of being somebody else, and thankfully he won, and he was not that person. But folks, enjoy your succulent meals tonight. Be it Italian meals, a succulent Italian meal, or a succulent Chinese meal, or a succulent Japanese meal, or German meal, or any other kind of meal. I hope that you enjoy it. Take your judo lessons, of course, and remember, let's make democracy manifest. We also got a YouTube super chat from Thomas Schur, $2. Toasty time, $2, holler. There's up, buddy. Always. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that ring bell notification. Be sure to subscribe to Hard Lens Media. We're live on, again, Odyssey, Rockfin, and Twitch every Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, be sure to check out Chicago Corner. They're live every Tuesday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're going to be live tonight as well. I will not be a co-host, but do me a favor, subscribe to Chicago Corner. Also, be sure to help out build up Lucky Burrito's channel so that she can get onto Rockfin. It's very important. Let's do that for her. Let's help support all of our fellow colleagues within independent media. We must build coalitions, fight for that better future. If you want to help out Hard Lens further, please consider being a Patreon supporter. With that being said, my name is Kit Cabell, the host of Hard Lens Media. Peace to you guys, and let us all do what we can, now more than ever, to build a better future. Aspen Fallen, I just saw your tweet. I mean, not your tweet, but your chat right there. You know what? You're right. He was not that guy. The police would say, you are that guy. You are that. And he was like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. FaZe, he was not that guy. The police said to him, you are that guy. And he said, I am not that guy. Get your hands off. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say it. I stopped myself. FaZe, keep it together there, FaZe. Keep it together. I stopped myself, but I'm surprised that you laughed. Keep it together. Don't. And people ask what happens when Kira or Lainey or Daniel are not here. I have full control. I go mad with power. I go mad with power. The king's nuts. I go mad. Who says we don't have fun? Aspen Fallen, you rule. Everyone, give a chat, give a thumbs up. Love all of our audience. You guys and gals are awesome. Please take care of yourselves. We're out. Bye-bye.